Has anyone in the history of the world ever wanted to watch a get ready with you Instagram story? Anything in that realm. I don't even want to get ready with Kylie Jenner, and she's the only person who I care about getting ready with. I don't ever want to see those kinds of videos. Anyways, let's get ready with iomoo. I'm gonna try to never talk about romance or anything on this account because I don't think anyone wants to talk about that kind of stuff. But I can tell you one thing right now. I'm at a point in my life right now where I need somebody who likes me as much as I like myself. Train of thoughts. Here we go. I'm pescatarian by choice. It just occurred to me when I was 19. I'd rather eat tofu, I'd rather eat salad, and I like my fish, I like salmon. And I eat the fish mostly for the nutrients, but also because I fucks heavily with salmon. I just don't understand, like, especially girls who like rip on me for like not liking chicken, for not liking to eat salami or whatever the fuck. It's almost like in that cool girl way where it's like,
God, I just like love burgers. Like hot dogs aren't even that disgusting.
and I'm like, are there any boys paying attention to anything you're saying? No one cares what you like. In fact, it's normal to like those things. And I admit it's a little bit weird that I just genuinely don't enjoy eating those things, and that's why it's not part of my diet. But like, why do you have to make other people feel bad about what they do and don't want to eat? I just got my face threaded and everything hurts. But you know what? I wish someone had told me to just do threading. Waxing is like 5 times more expensive, hurts equally as much, and takes way longer. Highly recommend threading. And yes, talking about this, you know why? I'm done with people acting like it's great to have thick eyebrows just because I'm Middle Eastern or whatever, like my eyebrows are on point. Bitch, you know why my eyebrows are thick? Because they're hairy. I have hairy eyebrows. I have to deal with the shit on my face all the time. It's something I have to deal with. No one ever fucking wants to talk about this when they're talking about doing microblading. That's why I feel like microblading low-key is cultural appropriation. I would say I'm like 80% satire, 20% ranting right now. No one ever wants to act like microblading isn't literally injecting hair into your face. Some of us who have on-point eyebrows don't have the privilege to inject more hairs in our face. This is what YouTube needs. We need people who are gonna fucking say, I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can get microblading, you can get like any kind of reconstructive surgery you want. I really don't care. If you look great, like good for you. But A, I'm not gonna act like it looks entirely unnatural for like white and Asian people who are the only people who ever do microblading to have eyebrows that look like mine. And I'm also not gonna act like people who do have on-point eyebrows and shit don't have to deal other things and maintenance on their face. I actually like used to get made fun of for like having to do these things, like having to go waxing when I was in 9th grade. And those same people who made fun of me are now spending hundreds of dollars on the newest eyebrow kits and trying to get their eyebrows to look like mine. Like I said, do whatever the fuck you want, but stop making fun of olive brown people who happen to have your eyebrow aesthetic goals, but then also have to deal with other things that they used to get made fun of all their entire fucking lives, okay? That is just something that I've been wanting to get off my chest. Let me say though that if I had the opportunity to do any type of procedure, the first one I would do right off the top of my head is I would make my jawline sharper. It is something that I have always liked in other people. It has nothing to do with like European people having the best features or whatever, because there's other ethnicities who have sharp ass jawlines too. I'm definitely lacking in that area, and I'd like to one day have a sharp jawline. Shout out to my thyroid disease. I always wished that I had light colored eyes, obviously because everyone likes a bitch with light colored eyes. You know how they say that like your pupil dilates when you see things that you like, or like you're seeing somebody or something that you like, your eyes will like dilate. If you have brown eyes like me, it's hard to tell. I don't fucking know what I'm talking about, so hopefully this is all right. I just wish I had like green or blue eyes so that when people I don't fucking like talk to me, they would be like, oh my fucking god, her eyes are not dilated. I better go the fuck away. Clearly doesn't want to talk to me. And I'd be like, fuck yes, I don't even have to confront people anymore. This is a new level of being completely non-confrontational, and I'd like to make that happen. I'm willing to go through that surgery where they put the needle in your eye. If it means less people that I don't like talking to me, I'll do it. Ultimate sacrifice number 2. I always like guys with like the same features. One feature I really like on guys is I like dark eyes. I think it's part of my illogical logic of I don't want a guy to be more feminine than me. If a guy has prettier eyes than me, come on. I mean, I don't have a lot to work with, but don't. The relationship's not gonna work out if you are already prettier than me. Like, the fuck. Because I always like guys with dark eyes, I guess I can never tell if their eyes are dilated either. So that explains why I've been wasting my time. Because if I had been able to tell a guy with blue eyes or green eyes, if I just looked them in the eyes and noticed their irises, dilated or not dilated, I'd know know I can double text this guy, or I'm gonna leave this fucking guy alone. Instead, I'm just out here making mistakes left and right, and love isn't real. From vlogging, I've picked up on 2 features of mine that I haven't noticed recently. One is the fact that I have like a birthmark on my eye. It always bothered me when I was a kid. I don't even know how I got it. My roommate's boyfriend, my junior year of college, he had the same thing. From seeing it on him, I realized it looked really cool, but I was always really self-conscious of it. Other thing I noticed is I have this like Illuminati triangle of like freckles on my face. I don't know what to do about it. I thought about connecting the dots, but I have this weird irrational fear of being drawn on. I hate being drawn on. I could never get a tattoo. You know when you were a kid and like your friend wanted you to do some things, they'd like fucking write shit on your hand during like after school or something? I can't deal with that in terms of like people writing on me. Sometimes I record these videos over the span of like a month, and I literally can't even remember what I was talking about when I see the thumbnail until I actually click on it. And I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty funny.